Understanding credit and debt to protect consumer rights and explore repair options.
Behind the scenes of what the credit system really is, because a lot of people don't know this. You're not taught this in school. Hey, I didn't make up the rules, but I am here to teach you guys about the credit system so that we can get unstuck, guys. We help thousands of people from across the United States get in control of their credit and learn this right here. So watch this really quick. The credit system works this way. This is you. Yay. You are a consumer. Okay? This word is very important because this is what you are. It means that you make and spend money in this country, okay? You have a job, you earn income, you go out and spend it. This is you. Now, why do I say this? Because there are laws that protect you as a consumer in this country. So your credit is protected by these laws. Over here on this side of the board, I'm going to write the word credit because if you're watching this video, you care about your credit. If not, you would have kept scrolling or be watching something else right now. On this side of the board, I'm going to write debt. Okay? This red marker is given out on me. I'll find another one in just a second. These are not the same thing. Your credit is not debt, and your debt is not credit. These are two different things, okay? And I'm going to explain here so that we have a better understanding of both of these things. But remember, you're a consumer. There's laws that protect you with your credit, and then there's laws that protect you with your debt. I'm going to write those on the board. You can do your own research on these because this is not going to be that long of a video. It's this simple, guys. The FCRA is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and that says all the rules in the game about your credit and how we are able to leverage it. Okay, over here with your debt, there's the FDCPA. Now, I'm not going to go into these, and I'm not an attorney. I'm not here to give you guys legal advice, but I am here to tell you that you're a consumer and you have protection under these laws. The FDCPA is the Fair Debt Collection Policies Act, okay? And it basically says how debt collectors can contact you, behave, etc. when trying to collect a debt. We'll get into all that later on because a lot of people are stuck with their credit or they have negative items that are hurting them. And let's see, there we go. This red marker is more promising. Okay, over here underneath this section with your debt, I'm going to erase this. Do your own research on these. That's a whole nother video. We'll get into that. But over here with your debt, I'm going to write a definition of debt is money that you owe. Okay? Now, remember, it's consumer debt. That's another thing, too, not tax debt. Tax debt is normally not reported on your credit profile. Pay close attention. Your debt has everything to do with your income. That's why there's something called DTI. Even if you're trying to fix your credit, you still need to know about this. Most people are watching this video because they want to fix their credit. But why do you want to fix your credit? Because you're trying to get approved for something, right? So what is it that you're trying to get approved for? You can drop it in the comments and we'll be there to comment back and help you out. Now, your debt has everything to do with your income. Your credit does not. Your credit is just a score of how well you manage debt. And we'll write over here a definition of credit is information that is reporting about the status of your debt. Okay. Now, we're starting to clear the air up here a little bit. So this is just information reporting about the status of your debt. So let me explain. If something happens where you don't pay somebody or a company, right, that you owe money to, they go run and tell that about you as a consumer. Hopefully this is making sense by now. Now, another thing I want to mention over here on this side of the board is this word, which is a hot topic, is collections. Okay, we'll get into this in just a second. A collection can be considered money that you owe. Now, again, not an attorney, not here to give you guys legal advice or tell you to pay your collections or not. But the reason why I mention this is because we work with all types of clients with all different types of credit challenges. And some of them we know are trying to establish should they pay their collections or not. Well, here's the thing. Here's what you need to know. Your collections can be collectible debt. What do I mean by that? There's something called a statute of limitations on consumer debt. They're different, and you guys should go look that up in your particular state. They're different in every state. But a collection could be considered debt. But let's think about how we got into collections in the first place. So if you have collections on your credit profile, it basically means that you are more than 30 days late, 60 days late, then 90 days late. etc. 120, 150, and then it gets sent to collections. Well, it basically means, well, hey, I didn't pay somebody that I owe money to. And so our thought is, hey, we will pay a collection and this will fix my credit, right? Well, the truth is paying a collection does not always fix your credit. The truth is that unless you have something called a pay for delete, and this is an agreement that you have between yourself and whoever owns the debt, pay for delete, this needs to be in writing, then you can see it come off your credit profile. Now, we do have a done for you credit repair service. So those of you who are interested in that, you can always go to the link in the bio or in the profile wherever you're watching from. Our website is getscorepros.com if you want professional help. You do have two options when it comes to fix your credit. You can either fix your own credit or you can have a professional help you, and that is what we are here for. Okay, we have a done for you credit repair service. But regardless, you still need to be aware of this situation. So going back to collections for a second, a collection is basically an account that is on your credit profile that has either been still being held by original creditor or has been sold to a third party debt collector. More often than not, a third party debt collector is more likely to give a pay for delete than a original creditor. Now, that is up to you to go look into your own research on that. But debt on this side of the board, I like to cover down on this, is money that you owe, has everything to do with your income. So when we look at this, I'm going to get into DTI in here in just a second. But I like to clear the air about this. So because a lot of people that are trying to fix their credit don't understand how this system actually works. And once you do, it becomes a lot more clear. So your credit is information reporting about this. So a collection, a late payment, a charge off, an eviction, a bankruptcy, all those things could be child support arrears. Those things can be reported to your credit profile. Now, there's a lot of fake and false information out there, and there's a lot of misinformation about credit repair and wiping debt and that kind of stuff. That is all very bad advice. And I love you guys enough to tell you the truth. Do not listen to bad advice, okay? You could still legally owe a debt even though somebody else bought it. Now, again, not an attorney, not here to give you guys legal advice, but I am here to tell you guys the truth is you need to do your research on these things. And hopefully this video at least shines some light and puts it into a better perspective of what's going on with the situation. Now, let's point at this for a second. DTI, okay? Even if you fix your credit or you have a 700 something credit score, you can still get denied. Let's just say that you have a 720 credit score and I have a 720 credit score. And we both apply for the same thing and we both make the same amount of money. But I have more debt than you do, meaning your DTI, your debt to income ratio, which is how much of your monthly income gets eaten up by debt, is already spoken for by debt. Banks don't like that. They want to see you below 35%. So I'm going to make a note of that really quick. There is a calculator for this on our website, okay? On our website at getscorepros.com, you can go to the link in the profile. It's there wherever you're watching at. Click the link, go there, and you can look at a DTI calculator to calculate your DTI. We also have a home loan calculator. We have a credit card payoff calculator. We have all different types of calculators on there for you guys to get financially savvy. Remember, again, your debt is not your credit. It's not the same thing, okay? Even though they do cross over, let's put another definition over here really quick for your credit. Your credit is just a trust score with the bank. So we'll call it trust with the bank. Okay? Now, if your credit is challenged, this is what we need to understand is how to build credit. That is going to be in another video. So you guys can always watch that video later on. I'm going to show you guys another video later on how to absolutely crush with your credit and get it on the up and up. There's no guesswork here. Okay. So these are what we need to understand the difference between our credit and our debt. And also your credit, again, I'll say it one more time, has nothing to do with your income. Okay. So your DTI has a lot to do with this. So getting approved means cleaning up your credit and having a healthy DTI. Your credit is a score of your relationship with your debt, if that makes sense. Now, how do we do this? Well, you can calculate your debt to income ratio by simply doing this. You can take your monthly debt. This is divided by your monthly income. And it's gross monthly, so meaning including taxes. So every dollar you make in a month times 100. Okay, so times 100. This is a way that you can calculate. If you're watching this video right now, you can calculate that, and that'll give you your DTI. If you're trying to buy a home, you want to be below 40. The lower the DTI, the better. Now, hopefully this video was helpful for you in some way, shape, or form. If you didn't hit the follow button already, make sure you're following or subscribing wherever you're watching at. My company is called Score Pros, and what we do is help you guys become undeniable to banks and lenders. We will see you on the next one. Peace.